Welcome back, I'm DRN and this is Mechabellum, a 1 vs 1 auto battler with giant mechs blasting each other to bits with lasers and rockets. We're about to start this week's tournament. I'm a little bit rusty after being away last week visiting family and friends, so let's see if we can shake that rust off. Here we go, advanced group round 1. We're against Zeefisch, who I don't recognise the name of, but he has played against the full M, someone we played against 3 weeks ago. I love it when familiar names pop up. Here we go. Speed, Marksman and Rhino Specialist are all good options here. Speed and Rhino in particular are great for aggro, but I want to play standard, let's go Marksman. Starting with tanks, fangs and a big sniper is a great start. Let's be nice, what goes around comes around. Right. Ooh, I've been looking forward to this. Ooh, forgotten to check what he's playing. Aerial Specialist with tanks and snipers, okay. So we're going to need extra snipers in case he goes early Phoenix. And he might position aggressively, but I'm happy playing standard into aggression as Marksman Specialist because we have the extra level 3 sniper, which makes defense much easier. These fangs are quite far forward, so a little bit exposed, but they're mainly here as a missile screen for our tanks, with enough space behind them for a giant if we need. Don't play this positioning into Stormcallers or you will be punished. Right, he's got two options really, he either buys chaff or he buys a flyer. Which one he buys tells us quite a lot about him. If he buys a flyer, we need to expect aggression and flanking plays. If he buys chaff, we need to consider early Mustangs or extra tanks. Right, let's see what he's thinking. Oh wow, early missile and instant assault marksman. That is... wow. That is quite the statement. He's put the marksman quite far back, almost to standard positioning. There's a very high level Chinese player who does this, who then rushes elite on them as well, and prioritises the extended range marksman card. It's very vulnerable to EMP though. Our opponent here doesn't have elite on his, so he's going to struggle with range. I'm really not a fan of a turn 1 missile, I'll be honest. The only specialist I consider it on would be supply specialist, that gets 50 extra gold a turn. Has exposed our sniper though, which makes me very uncomfortable. I don't want him to die, because he's worth a barrel full of XP. Enemy sniper will get instant level up if he kills us. Whoa, good damage. Normally assault marksmen are really tanky, but he's able to two-shot them, that's fantastic. We are sitting pretty right now. His big early players backfired, and we've got an economic advantage already. All thanks to our level 3 marksman, and careful positioning of the chaff in front of him. Hopefully we get a free Scorpion offered to us, because that would annihilate both the tanks and the marksman. If not, I'm thinking about Stormcalls with EMP maybe. No Scorpion, ah well, but 2 Rhinos is interesting. The super high level crawlers is the trap here, do not take them, unless your opponent is right in front of your door. I'm going to take the Stormcallers. It was my plan B if there wasn't Scorpion offered, and Rhino is too easy to counter if we're not playing out and out aggression ourselves. My middle term plan here is to go EMP on them, but it might change depending on what he picks. If he's gone Stormcaller as well, I might go range and try and outrange them. Don't forget to unlock a unit, and our flanks are very open right now. Ooh, he's gone Rhino. We're already showing marksmen who are a decent counter to Rhinos, but we've got a lot of experience just sitting here right in the middle. If you can pop this with a javelin, we're going to be in trouble. 3 sets of crawlers, are they going to be behind the snipers or in front of the snipers? Because that changes how we need to deal with them. In front. Okay, so extra tanks are fine, or we can get crawlers of our own to gum them up. Okay, this round could be a bit tougher now, because we won't have a clear line of sight straight to the marksman. Ooh, we're a lot tougher now. If those crawlers get through to our sniper, we're doomed. But again, that's 50 gold in our pocket that you won't get back. Ooh, 2 lucky survivors. They're going to go into a killing frenzy or their buddies have been murdered. We've got tanks coming across to help them out. I should save our precious sniper. Come on, don't let them get through. Nice. We've already got snipers on the Rhinos, this is good stuff. I'm just worried about this assault marksman approaching ominously to our big sniper. Phew, got distracted by a tank. And that's the last Rhino dealt with. Nice. Our Stormcallers have an easy time hitting these slow moving tanks. Needs to get mechanical rage on them, I think. The big sniper we were given from Marksman Specialist has done a lot of work for us this game. We're lucky we've got him. Chipping away at our opponent's health, feeling pretty stable right now. Wonder if he's going to pivot out of Assault Marksman or double down. Ooh, Strike is one of my favourites. It lets you do crazy plays like flanking giants, and totally throw the game for a loop. He does have the Rhinos covering the flanks though. We're a bit vulnerable to fire right now, we're very close together. He's missiled every turn so far, so I'm very tempted to do a double shield here anyway. So we'd have 400 left over, which is enough for a strike specialist. Let's pick it up. I don't think we'll flank this turn, but I like having the option for future turns. If I was him, I'd put the fire about 2 inches in front of our tanks, but I don't want to put the shields any more forward than this, or they'll get destroyed too easily. If he does a midline missile, I'm absolutely fine with it, it's only some fangs. Right, if he's gone strike with Assault Marksmen, we need more crawlers covering the flanks. A tiny bit forward, just because we're playing quite forward ourselves. 200 left over. Let's get our tower upgrades before I forget. It's always embarrassing when I finish a game and haven't bought them. They're so cheap, and while not vital, they're just nice to have. Ooh, there's the fire. Maybe I should have made more of an effort to protect the big marksman, but I think we'll be alright.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Ugh, 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, 2 steps forward, we'd be fine, but no, we gotta stand in the fire all round long.
Fire!
I guess this is what it feels like to play as a healer in raids and dungeons.
Fire! Fire!
Ooh, there goes the big marksman. We were relying on him to kill the big stuff. Hopefully someone else can step up to the plate. Yeah, we've still got the Stormcallers just raining in damage. It's just so much steady damage all round long. And he's having a hard time breaking our shields. Ooh. Assault Marksmen, it's very weird technology. It increases their hit points to 6 times the normal, and gives them extra attack, and increases the movement speed, and gives them splash damage. It's a lot of value for a 100 cost unit, as long as you can overcome the range loss. Well, speaking about range loss, let's put some smoke on the field and halve the attack range of anything that touches it. And we've already got shields down, so you can't really use it on us. Double the stats, half the price, can't say fairer than that. More crawlers or more tanks? Not sure, let's have a think. His marksmen are getting levels, which makes them a bit scarier. Is it time for EMP? You know what, I'm actually going to go more Stormcallers, because he's not countered them, and he's not protected against them. I hate masked Stormcaller, but I also hate losing. Sets us up for a fantastic EMP turn next turn. Is that smoke too far forward? No, I want to catch the Assault Marksman, that's the key unit to catch him, and it's very unlikely he'll put shields right at the front. Nothing left to unlock, and we are Marksman Specialist, with strike if we need it. Ooh, things got serious. Crawlers in the back line, good call. I think our tanks are close enough to deal with them. A bit worried these crawlers at the front might distract them. That's a nice 1-2 play. Ooh, and some Phoenixes, he's diversifying. I like it, because he's got the shotgun snipers. The Phoenixes kind of fill the role of the classic snipers, and they're safe from our Stormcallers. This is a great turn for him. Surprised he hasn't leveled his tanks. Ooh, there we go. Oh, and he doesn't even have mechanical rage on them. AP shots, range and full tank, interesting. I think they'd be better positioned further forward then. Ooh, when he's pushing plus 200 at half health on round 4, that is brave. What is this missile? Let's see, we've got shields. What? Anyway, crawlers, here we go. No, the tanks are driven off. Turn around, you fools, faster! Save the sniper! Crawlers from the wings coming in to try and help. Far too late. I like their enthusiasm and commitment to the cause though. It's good to show willing. Now can you go and slow that rhino down before it eats our tanks? Thanks. Go bite on his ankles. Oh, and you're too late once again. Much too late for goodbyes. I'm just imagining them as spaniels lolloping along, unable to keep up with faster dogs, but having a great time, tongues out, ears flapping in the wind, just happy to be there. And now they're all dead and I'm sad for no reason. I really shouldn't let myself get emotionally attached to pixels. I just want my crawlers back, who are always too late to the party. Oh, I don't know if you've seen, but in survival mode, last week they added giant crawlers and they are the best thing ever. Right, focus up, come on, this is a tournament game. He can take super armor and put it on one of those rhinos and that'll give us problems. We could flank with a flyer, but I don't think it'll do much now he's got the Phoenixes. Let's just take the cheap shield and balance out once again. He's been having a hard time breaking them. He does like his missiles, so let's try and protect against that. More upgrades, and it's about time we got EMP on our Stormcallers. Let's punish those Assault Marksmen and turn off any other techs he buys. Now, how do we win this and how do we lose this? We win by staying the course we're currently on, we're already winning. We'll lose if his flyers get to us, so I'm going to go on Insurance Anti-Air on the snipers, and 2 more of these guys. We probably don't need this much anti-air cover, but just in case. And they're still pretty good at dealing with most things. We're a little bit thin with just a front line and no chaff from behind. I should really have put some crawlers behind the towers by now. Even though we're going for the close here, I'm not going to push because we've got a massive HP advantage. I don't need to risk my economic advantage and offering my way back into the game if we do start losing rounds. Yes, he's going to Overlord, I'm glad we've got the anti-air marksman. And what are these missiles? Is he colour-blind? Can you not see our shields? That would be a huge disadvantage in this game. What's blue-green blindness called? Tritonomaly, I think? Tritonopia. The common one is red-green colour blindness, Deuteranopia. That's like 1 in 30 men. Blue-green is like 1 in 10,000, that's super cool. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted by tangents. Here we go. Missiles did nothing because we've got the shields. He killed a grand total of 4 fangs. We need a term for the opposite of value. Rip-off. Exorbitant. Overcharged. Scammed. Yeah, that one works. The guys who sold him those missiles scammed him. Come on, snipers. Stormcrawlers, anybody, bring those rhinos down so we can get the snipers onto the boats. We do not want those boats getting too many shots off. Oh, he's taking temporary range. His snipers are staying out in the smoke this round. We've got snipers on target. Nice. Bring it down. Good job. One more marksman and one more boat to go. I think this is over. Yeah, this is way too much damage for him. GG. I always feel a bit bad when I perfect game someone. Let's give him some encouragement. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come. Right, let's have a think. That was short and sweet. Looking at his board now, it looks okay. From before we got the free units. It's like 6 weeks ago. But now we've got the free units, this looks like a turn 4 board to me, not a turn 5 board. Like, even my board looks a bit thin to me because I'm a bit light on chaff. I think the fundamental flaw with playing Assault Marksmen standard is you've got to expect an EMP source from your opponent. And as soon as the marksmen get EMP'd, they're no longer assault. The marksman with anti-air is always good versus aerial specialist. They're almost guaranteed to throw boats at you at some point. And anti-air marksmen will snack on boats if they get a clear line of sight. We were very lucky that we started with marksman specialist into Assault Marksmen, because he can two-shot them and deal with them quickly, which is normally quite hard to do in the early game. Yeah, at level 1 they've got about 9,000 health, and your marksman's doing 7,000 damage. I liked his crawlers here, the ones he put the mobile beacon onto. They're really good for distracting the stormcrawlers, but I think they were a little bit too far forward compared to where the rest of his army was. I think the rhinos were okay, maybe not great into snipers. They could have done with a bodyguard some crawls to the side of them, to distract the snipers while they walk up, unless you've already got an overwhelming chaff advantage, you know. And if you're sticking with them, like I said last game, you probably should get Whirlwind on them, or they'll happily spend the entire battle doming crawlers one by one. He didn't really play our flanks, but I can understand. He didn't have strike specialist and we did, so he's probably expecting us to be the ones striking, and pressuring his flanks. But we were comfortable playing front to back. He was the one who needed to be shaking up our formation. The Rhino pick kind of sums up his game to me. He's saying, I want to play aggro, but I'm positioned standard. From my perspective, the only flank that I would play would be from this angle, with either Phoenixes or Overlords or a high-level Rhino, mobile beacons straight to his tower. Progression for future turns, I was thinking about widening our tank line, or taking mechanical rage on our tanks, so that would make quicker work of his chaff and give ourselves a screen for our stormcrawlers and snipers. But he didn't really have enough chaff to justify it. His big threat was the marksman, with range and assault mode, but he only had 3 of them, so he spent more money on upgrades than on the actual units themselves, which just feels wrong to me. He needed twice that number, really. Anyway, let's see how much combat power we've gained or lost. Almost 1,000 combat power, but only 1 MMR, feels a bit bad. And where are we in the tournament? We're currently 6th, not bad. Looking forward to the next round. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know if I missed anything or did anything wrong, and I'll see you tomorrow for that next round.